We start on the CT side, and it's very fast-paced from BetBoom towards the B bomb site. Going to hit the walk key and just march themselves up. Defense is not exactly strong on this side of the map. Device is going to have to turn around on Catwalk, and Stair's going to get all the attention.
Yep, ready to go in the apartments. It's going to be one quick kill from Magnajet, Stair to fall, and Device looking for a frag of his own from short side. So they leap into the site. Siren's going to put that bomb down. And already BetBoom into a strong position. We talked about Astralis' strength in pistols. They've got to do it in a retake fashion here. And Hooksy dropping Axel first. It's a good start.
Yeah, nice opening kill from Hooksy, but he falls to Magnajez, who's going to look like he wants to just work between the choke points. He's got a window, the doorway. They know there's presence on Catwalk, and this setup is so strong.
It's going to be a peek from Magnajez down in towards short, and Yabby going to take them out. Down with a great headshot. Suddenly it's all Siren and Boomich, but Siren's boosted up in the bomb side. Really strong position for this, and it's going to close it. BetBoom have the pistol.
Yeah, nice clean entry, and once again, as we mentioned, simplistic.
Start behind the short wall. Got Magnajez smoking out the ladder room. It's just going to isolate the fights up into B, trying to help with his teammate Axel, but the problem is Magnajez is down. Artfrost saving the day, and Boomich charging in, but then Stair's Deagle. What? That is so sick from Stair. 3 Deagle kills, and Astralis now have to just go up against Axel. Stair has just won them this round. They can't afford to drop this. And Axel's going to give it a go, but it's going to be hard to see a world in which Astralis concede this, considering the fact they got a player boosted up in the site, but the leg spotted. Device not going to be taken down, though, and Astralis have Stair to thank.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, I think his individual level has risen from when we last saw him in the G2 jersey. I think that's one thing he even mentioned he put specific emphasis on. Boomich yesterday on this map was calling a lot of 4-1s up Catwalk towards the A bomb site with him lurking in middle. He's opening up these gun rounds against Astralis, a little bit more spread in a standard default, not as fast-paced. Utility in towards Khan, they're about to turn the corner. Device is off waiting on the other side, and it's got the first kill.
Yeah, it's a good piece of work here for Device. Now Magnajez coming up next. It's down. Make sure that Magnajez topples and hits the deck. Axel trying to be a little cheeky, but Yabby's completely aware of that possibility and stops anything from working. And I think that's the story right now for BetBoom. Nothing is working. They're getting out towards the A site. Siren spotted. Yabby's seeing the second player too. Artfrost just pinned up on Tetris. And he's going to be brought down no problem.
And now Astralis being proactive. Pushed underpass, they've cleared out B halls, they've smoked and mollied it off, letting BetBoom know they have control, potentially forcing their hand elsewhere.
Look at Yabby. This position's so strong to have this early, and BetBoom know how much they've lost.
Okay, he's aware.
They're trying to come back through the underpass. Yabby's going to turn on it. Gets one, gets traded.
Yeah, but this is true to a lot of time off the clock, a lot of resources. One kill from Yabby, a little bit of extra damage, but it's probably eaten like 30, 40 seconds away from the BetBoom round. Smoke on A ramp is going to delay things a little bit further as Axel brings the bomb back through T spawn. Magnajez to take down the position in middle as a lurk. Boomich, 1-6 in this game, is going to have to sit back and watch. And once again, they'll be attacking into the AWP of Device, so utility better be perfect, better be on point.
The shot from Device. KSM flashes out in front of Stown, who's actually under quite a bit of pressure. He climbs up to the top of that ladder just to dodge the fire and the flames. Grenade's going to land right on him thanks to Siren. And then Stown draws back into the wood. Now, his life is likely over, but he's buying time and he's creating pressure, and he's going to be taken eventually, but you wanted Device to do something else. The Device is gone, and so BetBoom into a 4v2. Finally, it looks like they're going to get their second round here. Hooksy's flank is the last-ditch effort.
Yeah, but Artfrost is already watching it, already aware of the possibility, and with Stair backing away, I don't think Hooksy's going to do anything coming out of Palace. Maybe he goes for a ninja defuse, but without a smoke, that'd be very tough.
Now, there has been a ninja defuse against Astralis on this very map in the competition, so maybe they're trying to get one of their own.
It's a very difficult plant to pull that off as well. It's visible from so many different angles.
You see Axel aware of the Palace possibility. Stair taking Magnajez down elsewhere. Axel's
They're
just
going to come back late. Stair, oh no, Stair was just coming back for the AWP and the AK. He wants to get a couple more kills, but is Hooksy actually going to try this?
Well, they seem to be aware of the possibility, but they just left. Now go for it, Hooksy. Go for it. Oh, Axel's still here, though. Axel's still here, but Hooksy's got the kill in no time, though. He'll do a double and try and pull everybody into his crosshair. Do decent damage on the way out there from Hooksy, and I love it. All right, goodbye for Astralis still.
And another one in the bank behind them as well.
Yeah, so that's the problem for BetBoom. You've got this mountain of money you've got to try and break down.
Yeah, playing the game on nightmare mode where you just never get any kind of a reprieve.
There's Device, great pick as well. As that smoke disperses, it reveals MagnaJez.
And he delayed that so long, that cross, that attempted cross to the mid boxes. It's right towards the tail end of that smoke's lifespan. A brutal way to go down. Good pick from Device, another opening provided by the AWP. And Astralis sense pressure towards the B bomb site this round. A lot of emphasis on A in the past few. So shifting a third player over, and while it's quiet, gonna take control of the B halls, start getting information. Smoke to delay to allow this push to activate on the other side of the map. Oh, very close, Siren.
Here he comes, right
nice
through.
Easy.
Yep, Yabby's going to cut him down, and so it's pretty much all over right now as Device makes it look easy, picking away Boomich and Yabby out on Tetris. Astralis back to winning ways after losing one.
As we mentioned, it was coming into this map. We're not kind of seeing that inside the server just yet. Not enough kills being produced by the BetBoom side of things.
They're going to try and go for an A split, so 2 players coming up through Con eventually, and 3 through Palace and Ramp. But look at Astralis' CT setup. It's perfect for this.
Timing on this window boost, though. Hooksy's not looking. He's coming back to it now. They've got to be careful. 3 players are here.
There's a peek in towards Axel. He actually managed to take one of the connector defenders away. But a minute on the clock. Stown going into the peak of Con, handles Boomich. So now it's just a one-pronged approach, and they haven't actually gone out of ramp yet.
I know, look how disconnected this is. I mean, the mid portion is actually challenging and fighting and attacking, and the ramp portion is staying far, far back. They did try and chuck out utility deep and spam a little bit to take some attention, but not enough actual presence. Now they've worked themselves in. Yabby still lies in wait over at the ticket booth. And Stown's got a flashbang to activate him if they want to get real weird.
Oh, tap on the plant, but no commitment yet for BetBoom. As soon as they go for it, denied by Yabby, and Hooksy comes in on the follow-up. So Art4us realizes he's got to get out of there. There's not much he can do about this. So dropping back 20 seconds on the clock to save. And Astralis have 8 rounds on the CT side of Mirage.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the AWP. Art4us hasn't even fired a bullet in this round. He never got a look. He never got a glance. He never even got a chance to be involved and have impact.
This is fantastic right now from Astralis. BetBoom yet to post any resistance. They're going to go for a 4-man setup in towards A with Boomich stuck in mid. He's going to get stuck into connector, but Stair dropping the smoke. I think he's got a glimpse of Boomich too. There's MagnaJez creating some space finally. Maybe we can actually get this split going for the first time. Stown dives down into the fire. He's going to burn away to Siren, and that's much better here from BetBoom.
Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of that attitude. Might be too little too late for this half. But if it can warm them up, maybe we can start talking about a comeback once we switch sides.
We can't afford to lose this round.
Yeah, they could still go for it, Astralis. They have all the money in the world. No reason to save here, so they'll give it the old try. Device going to chuck a flashbang out for Hooksy.
Second flash. Oh, Art4us going to get caught. Yep, Hooksy not able to make the most of it. Now they know where Device is. He's going to try his best, but MagnaJez does not fear the AWP. He pushes it.
So they give up their advanced ramp position. Yabby's immediately going to start pushing Palace off the back of that to shrink the map and get information. How fast does he get it to allow Stown and Stair to actually leave this part of the map and go rotate elsewhere? Mid has been overrun by BetBoom. It's all on this catwalk defense, and you've got Device in position.
That's a good kill as well from Device. It's going to be Boomich hitting the deck. 5v4 for Astralis to try and convert on a 9th round win on the CT side. I think it's fair to say 9 rounds are picked up by the CTs. It's going to be too much of a road to come back down for BetBoom. So Axel trying to be the hero here. Pushes him towards jungle. He's found a gap to work with.
He's probably really confused why he hasn't seen anyone yet. Hooksy's going to be the one under pressure because he's going to have to watch 2 angles. Good pick from Art4us, much needed. Axel over in CT spawn, going to start rotating back. Hooksy's going to challenge that from market, but meanwhile, this A bomb site is under a ton of attack. There's Stown to take him out. And Yabby his time to shine.
Yep, comes on out. Oh my god, he's lost the fight. MagnaJez turned back to Palace just in time. So all of a sudden, BetBoom in the better position here to close on 4 rounds in this first half. Stown and Device are going to give it a good go. Stown will play from CT. Device now arriving at jungle, and he's going to welcome them with open arms. It's a great first headshot. Art4us to react quickly, and Stown, they know exactly where he is, and Art4us secures a 3K at the end of the half. BetBoom get a 4th.
Yeah, finally when he gets that attention has pulled the defense towards middle rather than the A bomb site, and they're already up.
Star's been spotted.
BetBoom's defense has no idea what's about to hit them, but they're about to get hit hard.
The crunch Onto the two defenders. Boomich stepping into the connector. Not able to connect. Stair gets a double kill. Axel fighting back here for BetBoom, keeping numbers even, but Astralis have overrun the A site. The plant's already in, and Device is deep at CT.
Oh, the whole fight is going to end here. It's going to be all on this, and there's no flashbang to turn the corner. They're going to have to do it old school style.
Well, Device starting to fight them, dropping back in behind cover. It's going to be Siren to drop Yabby. Looked like they were in two different minds about whether to stand and fight or run and hide. And Device gets up on top of triple, but he's taken away, so it's all down. Low HP on two. Perhaps the P250 can bring them down, but Artfrost so clean on it, and it's BetBoom with the retake.
First half.
Well, first buy here for Astralis in the second half, and it's going to be a 4-1. You've got Stown in middle, and 4 players getting ready to go into the A side, but it's going to be a Palace pop. 3 players coming out of Palace, Yabby, Device, and Stair.
Yeah, there's no one to watch this close up either. It's all Boomich out in the open. Not anyone's favorite angle to watch Palace.
Great start from Stair. It's going to be Axel going down first. Astralis overwhelmed the A bomb site, and all that utility's making it hot and heavy for Boomich. Job done. Astralis very clean on that A entry.
Yeah, I mean, they picked the perfect place to attack, the perfect way to attack into things where nobody was home for the defense. Boomich's position has been spotted. Device hears him get away. I think they'll be content with the victory and letting 2 weapons survive to the next round. Astralis, don't let BetBoom tie things up. It's 9-7.
I mean, that's got to feel pretty good for Hooksy in terms of that call working so effectively in your first gun round of the T side. Trying to hunt down, send one player off. Hooksy loses the jewel, and I think he'll just respect it now.
Yeah, I'm surprised he even went for it, to be honest with you. That money's not built up for the Astralis side of things. Not the biggest loss in the world. They'll be able to recoup it. But the deficit turns into 2. And BetBoom, I mean, very quickly, Astralis kind of goes mid and just runs right back to the A bomb site. They want to execute this on a very, very fast timing. But there wasn't enough presence to really make BetBoom feel like mid was going to be attacked.
Oh. Well, that's it. Boomich right in the crotch. Here they come out into the site. Straight through. Up towards Tetris. Boomich and Magnajaz a double between them, and Yabby able to respond with at least 1. And into the open, Axel swings. Device wins an important fight. And that one fight can make a big difference because Astralis still within touching distance of this round.
I want to believe that Boomich Molotov block was intentional because that prevented the Palace attack from coming out. It bought him like 4 or 5 seconds to take the fight solo against Ramp while that split is disconnected. That's actually a really cool play. Now Device is going to go elsewhere. Yabby sticking around. So split for the moment, footsteps being made. Artfrost hears all of this, has no information of who or what it is exactly, just a fake Molotov thrown to the back of the bomb site. It's going to pull defenders over. It's working, but now Device has to hustle all the way back. 25 seconds. He's got to run the whole way. So Yabby has a long time with which to hold on to this site.
Oh, Magnajaz getting the information now. Yabby's so close. He's got a smoke here to cover off the vision of Artfrost, so at least that takes the Opera out of the problem. 8 seconds on the clock. Here comes the bomb. Magnajaz unleashes to try and deny. Yabby's going to keep him pinned for just a second, but it's Siren to take him away. Device, wallbound, getting flanked by Artfrost as well from Khan. Device is going to start to realize that he's in a really awkward spot. Can he get himself to safety? He's close, but not close enough. It's another round here for BetBoom.
Oh, good little distraction over in connector. Device just couldn't kind of zero in on his next target. Was desperately trying to find the player inside the bomb site. A little ring around the rosy.
Nice and slow in the mid, silent for Astralis. Siren waits upon the boost. Axel beside him. He's going to take first contact, seeing Yabby try and jump up, denies any access for him. Siren still yet to be detected, yet to be spotted. His teammates are fragging out, and the bomb is down short. This is really tough now for Astralis.
Yeah, I mean, they try and pull a fast one, right? They try and throw the AXX smokes and use that as cover to get into mid while attention is elsewhere, but BetBoom has hit a point where they're just not afraid of peeking and taking fights. They're not afraid of just going and finding information, and now Astralis is in a tough place.
Yeah, and Stown never takes that gap out of Palace, and now you know that both players are underpass. Stown's going to go back. Boomich hears the steps. He's going to just track him and take that kill too. So you now have one player in Stare in the underpass. They know exactly where he is. So BetBoom are going to tie this game up unless they feed him, and they won't. So Axel will shut him down, and a scoreline that is tied up.
And the problem is it's so clean that BetBoom's going to start getting into this game to a different level mentally. Now, this is where you'd expect the rest of those players that we mentioned been a little bit quiet. Everyone's going to start playing a little bit better because now they have some momentum, some rounds strung together, playing well, and can be confident that they're dominating these rounds. Astralis is in a really, really bad place at the moment. This map has just turned completely on its head. They can't get
Siren defending B with Boomage. So Astralis will have mid-control to work with, space to play with here.
Oh, Device just looking for a peek off Catwalk. He might get it. Exile seemed a little bit flirty. There's the shot, missed. Just a jiggle from Catwalk boxes. And all the harassment utility from the CT side raining in. Stare wants to fight. Molotov comes up. And Exile hides, and he comes right back.
Yeah, here he goes. Might actually have caught the perfect timing for it as well. Just waiting for his time to strike. Astralis have players in connector. Axel, there he goes. Stare down and out. Stown able to get one back here, but MagnetJez is magnificent on the server right now. He's finally taken out by Yabby. And we're looking at Siren and Boomage trying to pull this one back for BetBoom. Astralis with a 35-second mark have now arrived at the A bomb site, and that plant is coming in. Device cannot fend them off in connector, though. Boomage has come out on top.
That's a huge kill to get. It lets them go for this retake in a 2-on-2. There's kits on both players. They're missing nades. And still just an MP9 on Boomage.
Yeah, Stown, a very competent AWPer. He's looking down into a CT spawn. How long will he hold this angle for? Boomage arriving. Siren just behind him. The AWP will hit the first shot. Siren also at CT. Stown's going to start deploying utility with Siren going through it. Already through, and Stown silences two.
All right, well, you needed a play from one of your stars, Astralis, and you just got it. Stown delivered you some magic there.
Yeah. Device looking over the top of the smoke at mid. He didn't get the fight he was looking for last time, and oh, he's close to getting it this round. Just unable to capitalize on Artfrost, and Device is actually going to lose his life as MagnetJez spams him down and grabs the opener.
Oh man, right after the round you just won as well, that's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. Device wishes he could have that one back.
Hooksy going to play with the AWP now.
Not known for opping.
Nope. All right, tough scenario here for Astralis. Artfrost waiting to challenge. Hooksy going up against the primary AWPer of BetBoom. It's going to be a tough scenario for him, but he's made it work against Boomage.
Who are we to doubt the Giga Chad?
Exactly, he can do anything he wants. And Stown now popping out of Palace.
No, there he is.
Back-to-back impact from Stown. Axel and MagnetJez both gone, and we're looking at Siren and Artfrost forced into the save.
Oh man, how does that happen? Just Stown walking out solo of Palace and grabbing a double kill when that defense has otherwise been so solid throughout this half. Stare tracking these footsteps up in the halls the whole time. So he's telling his team they're not going for it. They're not even close by. You're safe to play it. He's going to try and grab these guns. And in fact, he could just keep them kind of stalled out for the moment. Another situation where Astralis would love to take these weapons away, but they don't have a lot of money themselves, so it's a big risk to go for any of this. Hooksy has a Molotov, though, and really wants to make Siren uncomfortable. Oh, sorry, bro. That sucks. You could see the terror building as he realized there's no safety from that Molotov. Artfrost AWP will survive the round. But Astralis regained the lead at 11.
Well, it looked like BetBoom had got themselves in a position where they were not going to be denied Mirage. Then suddenly...
Initial utility at the B bomb site to apply pressure. No commitment yet. Stown's going to challenge it. He's got Siren with an AUG and Exile over towards Catwalk. But Stown can take this at his own pace. He doesn't have to commit, doesn't have to be too aggressive, and forces out the counter utility.
Oh, Yabby up in the jungle, and he is ferocious in taking down Artfrost and MagnetJez. Axel will respawn, and a 4v3 with 1:09 seconds left.
It's kind of weird, though. Like, you've killed two players, but you still want to come to this B bomb site. Yabby's wrapping all the way around. There's a chance for BetBoom to bring this back because there's two defenders nearby.
Well, it's going to be really tough for Siren to be able to hold on here. Smokes off that molly. Now he's just got to hide in the smoke. Try and stay alive as long as possible. Allow his teammates to come in. Siren actually got one kill before going down, and Axel able to nip away one from short. So it's still a 2v2 with 45 seconds left. Boomage is still a long way off.
Yeah, Device had to give up the high ground with the AWP, so he's going to play with the AWP on the ground. Ooh, Exile taking a quick shot over towards bench. Op slides out into the open, blind shot into the smoke. They're actually in a lot of trouble, Astralis. They're getting harassed.
Yeah, well, Boomich has now arrived. He's hopped out of the window. Twinkle toes, Boomich ready to sneak his way up into the B-bomb site. And you've got Yabby behind the bench. His early round impact now needs to be the closer. Boomich running him down. Astralis 1 second, 1 kill away from 12 rounds. And Yabby's the man to grab it.
So hard fought. BetBoom almost bring that back.
BetBoom starting to reassign some of their players towards mid. Got Boomich now dropping away from that Palace push. He's in connector. Still, I'm going to go back and investigate whether or not Palace is empty. It's going to take him some time. Clear all those angles, but eventually you realize that Palace has been vacated. Device smoking out the ladder room. Grenades going over towards Exile, who actually springboarded himself into the fight. Here come BetBoom into mid, throwing everything they've got to try and stay alive on this map, but it's Hooksy handling business. A double as Magnajez and Siren cast aside, and Stown and Hooksy looking to bring this one into Nuke with a 13-10 victory.
Well, they've got time for it. 25 seconds. It's got to be relatively fast. Art Frost over in ladder room is now going to activate with the scout. 20 seconds on the clock, 2v1.
Grenade. That's going to take Stown surely. No, he dodges it. Goes deep into the con. So Art Frost, nice shot. Now up against Hooksy and Stown alone. With 22 HP, the scout becomes an AWP. And Stown gets away.
Can he get it? Can he get it?
4 seconds left. He starts the plant, but it might just be a millisecond too late. And it's not. It's perfect. It is right down to the final millisecond. And now Art Frost erupts into the clutch. Both players walking wounded at 20 HP.
And how do you realize where Stown has disappeared off to? There is a Molotov for Art Frost to pick up. He's got a smoke in hand, so smoke the bomb, choose either Palace or ramp. Back of the bomb site is the decision. Stown not home.
Mirage so important for BetBoom. If they lose this, the series becomes so much more difficult. Can the stand-in step up in the semifinals? Searching for Stown, 10 seconds left. No kid on his back, no time, no hope. Astralis take the opening map of the semifinals. They are looking to do this in 2, and with Mirage collected, their chances have increased.
On the map. But will they be prepared for Astralis, who has showed this proficiency, this different level to it? Art Frost over in mini, and Astralis just biding their time and waiting for the moment. Door blown open, utility out, here's the execute.
Magnajez looking to hold down on that squeaky door, but Stown is not stopping. That Mirage performance comes in towards Nuke, and we've got Stera in the mix too. Axel hiding from CT Vents. He's actually got a chance at this. A 1v2 all of a sudden for the quad kill. He's got Yabby separated for just a moment. He goes back to Device, body shots, and then Device able to stabilize. The pistol picked up for Astralis.
I'll tell you
Put
what,
a stop to the clean start here from Astralis in this round. You've been forced into it. You've got Arfrost on the scout, CZ for Boomich, MP9, Deagle, and 5-7. So there's a chance for BetBoom to play spoiler here, but we'll see if they can do it on the force. Astralis going to be a commitment towards Axel's position here in the ramp. He's going to send a grenade up and soften up a couple of opponents. Don't want to get caught by that wall bang. In the meantime, Stown now over towards Secret. BetBoom have taken some lobby control, pushing through squeaky door. Axel has relinquished control of ramp and retreated down into the lower bomb site. He's going to have 4 Astralis players coming at him in just a second here. How much can Axel really expect to pull off here with just an MP9?
Not much, maybe a kill. This should be just a 1-for-1 at most. And ooh, kind of made it interesting. Does burn down eventually. Bomb being planted, round should be lost, but BetBoom's coming in for this retake.
Yeah, Hooksy now at decon, and he'll make sure that no one from BetBoom gets close to that position. So Art Frost is going to hang on to the scout. They're going to have nothing going into the next round anyway, so might as well have this. And it's a 2-0 start for Astralis, likely 3.
Yeah, pretty clinical. And BetBoom going to find themselves in that hole early, low on money, low on funds, and looking down 0-3 before you get your first buy. Scout shot missed, and yeah, now you're done. Now that's kind of your life that just got wasted.
Well, he's taken out. Nothing saved over for BetBoom. Nothing to work with going into the next round. Yeah, 3 rounds for Astralis are coming right up, and with this exactly what AWP for Art Frost. That's come out pretty early. 2 AUGs as well. Don't usually see those. That's wild. Yeah, Star's going to run out into the open, take damage as he tries to jump, and that's going to slow him. He plummets to his death. Arfrost's going to take 1 pick. Boomich catching Yabby and preventing event drop. So a disastrous start to the rounds here from Astralis.
Yeah, couldn't have gone worse. Good job from Magnajez forcing the stair fall, the crater, and then obviously everyone else just handles their respective responsibilities. So Hooksy going to be left with nothing to do. He wanted to follow Yabby up, but for the moment he's going to wait. Even just damage would be excellent if they can pull it off. 1 or 2 more kills. So Device has a Deagle. And Hooksy this MAC-10. Trying to piece together, I mean, obviously at this point you're not trying to find the winning recipe, but just anywhere you can go to get a foothold, a first step you can take, and there it is. Device has provided it. 1 Deag onto Exile over in ramp room, and now all of a sudden M4 is recovered, a smoke is recovered, and there's still 42 seconds, so it becomes a bit more doable.
Frost pushed up. Hooksy's gonna, oh my god, doesn't die? All right, somehow, some way, Hooksy's still standing. He's the Hulk. He's gonna be coming out of the hut. Finally, he goes down to Frost. Device giving it a good go to bait out the shot. I thought for a second, Frost would pull that off.
Never in doubt, never in question. But now you get a much stronger buy out of Astralis. 4 AK-47s and up in the hands of Device, and it's already rung out on Magnajez behind credit.
There goes Frost deep into the lobby. He's going to take Device out without question.
Device is very sad about that. He was watching for that angle. He had the scope up on it ready, decided to change his mind and chuck out his smoke. And it goes from bad to worse after that pick, but Hooksy's got some game. That's a beautiful open space headshot.
Yabby just biding his time. He's already pushed out towards the vent.
Yeah, but during this rotation back from Hooksy to get the bomb and meet up over in lobby.
Yabby's starting to move forward too.
Exile's pushed up secret, so he's telling his boys there's no pressure.
This is a kill. This is a free kill. Frost's gone. Oh, but Siren knows that he could unravel this, knows that he can pull it back for his team. Can Yabby trade out on Siren? Yes, he can. Important shot out of Yabby yet again. We've got Axel in the vent. Just waiting. Goes flying up. Gets in behind him. Yabby knows exactly where he is. Gets eyes on the position. Hooksy's going to put the bomb down to the back of the site. In fact, they just stand. Once they realize they've got a little bit of comfort to plant that bomb, they'll certainly do that and put all the pressure on Axel now. He has to go up against both players at the back of the bomb site with an MP9 in his hands. No utility to assist in the matter either. He's detected Yabby. He knows they're separated. He knows what kind of fight he's up against, but he dives down. He tries to make it happen, but he just can't. Yabby with a 3K and a hero round here for Astralis.
Yeah, finding that opening kill, wrapping around the hut. Siren was playing it passive behind the silos, so no one got that information. They had never had any idea he was even there. A playoff spot, that puts you in such a good position to qualify, or not, excuse me, not a playoff spot, that for a major spot. Yeah. Puts you in such a good position to just qualify where you haven't been able to in the past.
Yeah, it would be great to see Astralis return to the World Championships of Counter-Strike.
Especially with a good team.
Yabby into the smoke, close to the vent, unleashed into the open. Boomich dodged the flashbang, so he was able to be very effective from the CT vent. In fact, very effective indeed, because he's got a double kill. And it's still looking good for the defenses of BetBoom as they shut down Astralis as they try and get out. Device is now pinned in the hut. He'll give it a little go. He's got money. All right, Axel, here we go. I like it. You're going to start moving. You're going to give him a chance. All right, Device, this is what you've been waiting for. Your big moment. And no one's coming near you.
Go for a kill. Go for a kill. Get it at the end.
Oh, no. And he's just hitting the corner. He did not move. Now going for wall bangs. If he died through that, I would have been so mad. But he's held on to the AWP. He's very happy with that.
What a rat.
Exhibiting great patience. Just slow and methodical. Here comes the utility. Into the top side. Siren singed off the top of the hut into the open. It's going to be Hooksy to drop him. And a great start here for Astralis as they're just going to go out in towards Boomich as he batters away one. Nearly a second kill. It's Magnajez's turn up on the rafters. So look at Stown. Look at his positioning. He's going to be slowly but surely slinking his way in behind the defenses. Axel's got the read though. Stown trying to be a secret, but Axel's going to spot him.
Well, I thought Sound would maybe wait a little bit longer. Bomb is dropped in the upper site. Yabby going to look for this kill up on the rafters as the smoke clears. Magnajez very aware of the possibility. Now Artfrost climbs up heaven with the AWP. So still Astralis hunkered down over in lobby looking for that one free kill that gives him the confidence to step forward.
Frost going into the fray, going into the play. He's got the AWP. And here comes the walkout. It's gonna be a collateral. You just seen it coming, didn't you? Yeah, seen that around the corner. Frost 1 bullet, 2 kills. Device now 1v3. And 15 seconds left. He tried to grab the AWP and get away, but it's mission impossible. And he's unable to pull it off.
All right.
Oh, Device takes some damage on board. He's gonna cross it behind the red.
Little duel of the Oppers out here as Device is trying to predict the next positioning of Frost, where he's going to peek from.
Goes up on top. And Scout. Scoped up looking for Frost, and he will connect a shot. A little bit of fizz from Big Red, and he's going to start moving out to the left side. Grenade lands in front of him.
Can't find a clean look after the tag. Shadow shows he knows they're up on top of the roof. Astralis not hiding anything. Parked outside with all 5 players, trying to give time and plenty of resources for Device to get boosted up and get some looks deep to find a kill. But BetBoom have given up all the positions that Astralis could peek into, so now you have to initiate things with the unarmored pistols.
Here's the jumps. Here's the hops. It's going to be McNajez. Takes Stare out of the equation. The lineup for Siren. Nearly there. The York chiming in. His teammates stepping up alongside of him. And just Device farming a couple of kills here with a what? No way! Do we give him a shot at this? Device in a 1v5. This would be insane. Well, at least it would be the ace clutch. We'll see if he's able to pull it off. Goes back to it, and you thought for just a second McNajez might have been the next victim.
That would have been a wild shot to hit. Good kills from Device, though. It all counts at the end of the day. That's some long-term impact. If they can get around win, those 3 kills are going to have huge implications considering the money it's taken away. Looked so clean for so long, but Device with the scout is able to clean up all these pistol tags. Nice and easy.
Damn. That's very clean from Device.
Yeah, it's some fine work, isn't it?
Well, it's regardless, a round win for BetBoom, and they're starting to shrink this gap massively. So Astralis held the 5 rounds at the time being. Boomich off to the races with an opening kill, and these upper hits aren't working as cleanly as Astralis would like. They're getting destroyed in them. No,
Boomich is doing a really good job on the upper hits. He's usually the one taking the first contact. Good save from Frost as Stown turns to address the smoke, but they've lost track of Device. 1 versus 4 this round. He needs that kill. He needs it now. Hard fight to take, and McNajez wins it out.
Right, these upper hits are working for Astralis. They've tried them multiple times now, and they're just getting...
It looked like they were going to do just that, but they put a stop to things. Very impressive, much like Mirage. You know, start a little bit slow, but you really kind of hunker down early enough. Axile, you're in trouble. You didn't take the opportunity to leave, so you're going to be... Oh, can you actually get away? Certainly not for Frost as they turn the corner.
Right, now Stown has an AWP. He did some unspeakable things with that on Mirage.
But Axile's only got 16 HP. That's the next worrying sign, is coming through this smoke, or if you wrap around it, 2 pushes, 16 health. How's that going to do anything for you?
He's missing bullets. He's missing a lot of bullets, and Device will trade him out very, very quickly. Now Siren and McNajez, 2v3. It's not unwinnable here for BetBoom, but it's unlikely now that P250 has caught the perfect timing to come out of the hut. Good night, Siren, and goodbye BetBoom's chances of taking the lead here and now. McNajez will give it a go as he starts creeping ever closer into the site, but Stown is the man to get 6 rounds for Astralis. They reclaim the lead.
I got to put that one on the shoulders of Axile, unfortunately.
Just looking to go and take a 7-5 lead. At least BetBoom able to battle forward. Device has got the idea that Frost is pushed up towards red. But the BetBoom Whopper has got away. And Siren, look at this. He's got away with it too. He's around the back of Stown. He'll just drop away into the hut for safety.
That's so god tier, because if you're Astralis, you never expect that push at this point in time. You never expect someone to walk out and just kind of razor focused over towards Radio Room, but likewise, Siren never expected the follow-up from Yabby.
Yeah, he hunted that kill down. Didn't want to let Siren get away too easy. So 4v3, Astralis have the advantage again. Here comes the push from McNajez. Starting to get a little wild with it. And so close to messing that one up, but McNajez able to come away with a kill.
Yeah, just these follow-up aggressive pushes from BetBoom over in lobby. Yabby stuck clearing out the corners. Stare and Hooksy going to come right at this piece of aggression, and it's a great call for McNajez has backed away. Low on health, wanted nothing to do, so 3 players, Device, Stare, and Hooksy, going to get free passage into ramp room and likely all the way into the lower bomb site. The only player close by is going to be Frost, who's playing secret with an AWP. Not a very wieldy weapon to come back and try and challenge and harass the post plant before your teammates arrive. So a very tough 3-on-3 retake on the cards for BetBoom, and Artfrost has the only kit.
Plant down in the site. Last shot of the half, BetBoom gonna go for this one.
Yeah, but they're so split, and Magnajez is going to be on his own over in ramp room with 16 HP. 19, excuse me. Didn't mean to sell him short.
Magnajez about to dive down. Device out to the right side. Okay. Yep. All right. Device has had enough. It's going to be 7-5 here for Astralis. Artfrost just waiting in the control room. And he's completely controlled by the T side here. BetBoom do a decent job throughout this first half at making it competitive. They've done enough to give themselves a shot in the second half here, but it is Astralis to grab the last couple at the end. And a 7-5 lead has got to feel good for the Danes.
I mentioned coming into this early on that we felt like, I felt like Device, we've kind of...
BetBoom have a very difficult road ahead of them to try and come back and stay alive in this semi-final, but a pistol round victory can be the first step in the right direction for them. Stare on the prowl outside. He's going to stalk Boomich back into the garage because he's just seen enough of him. This is the shot on the first time of asking. He needs to be careful he doesn't get pushed from red as well simultaneously, and Boomich is going to use that millisecond of distraction and open up with a BetBoom advantage.
And they have so much pressure in so many different locations across the entire map. Astralis have no clue what's going on right now. They're on the back foot in this pistol. It's going to be a really hard kill to clear for Stound. Does he look all the way to the right? Doesn't look like he has any idea, not even considering it. Freebie is there. Now Hooksy has to get aggressive to find this kill outside, and he won't be able to do it. Has to reload. Axile got one more, and this pistol round is done.
And Device stomping Artfrost, and we were talking about throughout the whole competition, Astralis have been great on pistols. They've lost quite a few of them today.
3 of 4 have been won by BetBoom today.
Yeah. Not going to be getting that ideal start into the second half here for Astralis. BetBoom have an opportunity to close the gap almost immediately. Making Astralis sweat.
That's exactly what you're hoping for. We'll see how much pressure they can continue putting on. Device with an exit kill down the stretch. He'll be challenged by Axile. Kills don't matter whatsoever. Pistol round to BetBoom, 7-6, and Astralis are going to get a beautiful glimpse of a Device one-tap right at the end of the day as the explosion goes off. Perfect for a Hollywood movie.
The M4 for Device. He's picked it up pretty early. They've invested in a hero M4. We'll see if this buy works out. Yabby getting things off to a good start. That's a 5-7 to a successful opening kill, and Magnajez hunts it down.
Yeah, I'm surprised they pushed a second player in, but meanwhile, through all the chaos, Stare has pushed up in ramp room, so he's got a good jump over in radio through the smoke that BetBoom might not expect. This happened on Mirage on the first map of BetBoom winning a pistol round and Astralis immediately responding with the second, and they're desperately trying to avoid that again.
Device, double kill. It's going to be Axile and Magnajez. Oh my god, Device. That is what we call a hero M4, a hero rifle coming into play.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And it really is the Hollywood star right now with 20 kills, 5 deaths, a 3K, and 8 rounds for Astralis off the back of it.
I'm so sorry I doubted the carry potential. I'm so sorry.
It really has
That's
not
all
aged
I've got.
well, has it?
All I can do is own it. 20-5 for Device. Not letting him lose this map.
It's so wild. All right, well, Boomich is going to give it a go. And I think that sign that we've seen just the start of this round, well...
It's not the most impossible clutch to win. The problem is finding Device if you actually clear this out. Oh, what a god, he almost did it. Device with a quad kill, 4 HP remaining, 1 for each frag. BetBoom. And I'm not quite sure, I mean, they obviously we haven't seen a lot of the gun rounds, so the problem is BetBoom doesn't have a whole lot of chances to kind of piece it together. Beautiful, beefy nade from Stare. Tons of damage as they come jumping through. Molotov to keep a little bit of space and ready for the follow-up fight. He's got a couple more.
Oh my god, Stare okay. He's had a moment as well now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
3 kills picked up. Maybe just go for everything. Eventually split from 2 sides and Stound will clean up the rest. So Stare, big smile for the birthday boy.
You mentioned him.
This is it for BetBoom. Got to start showing something on the T side. More pressure on Boomich to call some great rounds here. Device is going to get out towards red. You can see confidence now flowing through Astralis' individuals. Down close up, will take that initial contact. Device can peek out now with a distraction set up. Very effective in terms of taking the first, but just damage onto the second. Yabi coming in to try and help Down. There's so many Astralis players outside, but Boomich and BetBoom handle the pressure.
Well, I'll just say this, Astralis got everything they wanted. Those are all great fights for Astralis. All the follow-up pushes from Device, from Yabi, everyone playing off Stair really, really well, really intelligently, and they just missed all of their shots. Everything looked great until they had to pull the trigger. Oh, look at this read from Siren, though. What a beast. Oh, he finds it a little bit late. So HooXi's going to be able to bail out. Ooh, breaks his legs on the departure. But he's made him nervous now, and that will funnel them towards Stair, who's given up his position outside. Over in heaven we go, and it's all about the timing. When do they actually spot BetBoom crossing? Will they spot BetBoom crossing? How do they not only get information, but be in position to defend a bomb site? HooXi and Stair in the lobby, BetBoom outside, all three players, and all three very hurt. This is a weird late round of advantages and disadvantages. You have information on your side if you're BetBoom. You have manpower on your side if you're BetBoom, but you don't have health.
Oh, Stair can't rotate down too quickly. Through that Molotov, it's going to give BetBoom a little bit of extra time to get comfortable into the site. Arfrost puts it down on default, but look at HooXi. Okay, Boomich, how have you got away with that? Oh, it's almost impossible for Stair to stand up, and it's a 7th round for BetBoom.
I think Astralis got a little impatient this round as individuals. I mentioned the outside fight.
Such an important round for BetBoom to win if they had conceded that. It starts to look like it's a dead game.
It's been a while since BetBoom was able to win 2 in a row. The last 2 rounds they won were responded upon immediately by Astralis.
Look how much space you've got if you're BetBoom right now. Yeah, Device isn't ready for how deep Boomich has got. And Boomich is starting to have more impact in these last few rounds.
Yeah, the Device didn't expect them to come through the smoke. Look at HooXi sliding for a double. Man advantage to Astralis.
Yeah, HooXi hangs them up on the wall, and now Siren and Artfrost 2v3 to try and get back into this. They've got a minute to do so. The CTs and how they're set up. You got Stair down on the lower bomb site, Yabi and Stone up on the A side of things. So Siren's going to try and just go through that broken window into the lockers. Maybe he can slip around into the ramp room and catch Stone.
Well, Stone's making the right call of pushing forward, realizing sitting back in ramp room, yeah, you are exposed to the outside flank. You are exposed to a lot of different things, so finds himself some safety by pushing in towards lobby and clearing things out. This is information for the team, and as long as Stair just stays patient in the lower bomb site, doesn't peek anything, should be okay for one, although not going to expect that peek from Siren. That's not the angle. He was playing as if Stown still stuck around in ramp room, so maybe a little bit of miscommunication. But that quick death gives all the room needed, all the safety needed.
Try and deny, but not be able to land it. Blank goes down the start of the smoke, keeps Artfrost safe. And now a 2v2 retake. Astralis have got a kid on the back of Stone, and it's the two players that have been playing together for so long to try and win this one. Yabi and Stone trying to fight towards Siren. Yabi's going to come out on top, so it's all on Artfrost. And he gets wallbanged, spammed down, and eventually taken out by Yabi. Great recovery to the round.
Yeah, pieced together. Astralis looking like they're going to be meeting up with them tomorrow afternoon, but BetBoom out of this timeout. They might have one last thing to say about it.
Oh, great
beautiful
shot. Yep. Important frag to find here for Artfrost. Device, he's gone quiet.
He was 24-5. He's gone 0-3 in his last 3 adventures.
Yeah, not going to be too happy about that, but most of his teammates are starting to step up. Stare at ramp. He's going to have a lot of forces coming his way, and he starts to drop back towards Hell. In fact, he's left it open entirely.
Well, look at their money on the Astralis side. This is a round that Astralis loses, and they lose all these weapons they won't be able to buy. This is the passageway back in for BetBoom, is breaking this economy in this round. So I like the idea of Astralis just saying, if you take ramp room, if you take the lower bomb site, you can have it. We'll give it up. We'll spend this round to build up some money behind the weapons we'll save. It just ensure that we don't get completely broken. Obviously sacrificing the short-term round for the long-term good of the match and series. But it's the right call to make in this scenario.
3 seconds. And the BetBoom squad start to realize there's no resistance in the ramp. The defenses aren't occupying the lower bomb site.
Yeah, I think Stair's hearing all this as well. And he's like communicating it, but Astralis on the same page. Everyone's just like, we're not going to go for it whatsoever. So round 19 will be won by BetBoom as Astralis backs off to save the weapons moving forward. They'll be able to recover, or no, they won't be able to recover the op of device. But they will find safety in CT spawn. So BetBoom make it a 3-round game.
Hooksy with an MP9, going back to the SMG. BetBoom gonna have 3 players here at the red box, going into Stown. Can he hold Secret? So far, so good. He's going to drop the grenade. BoomH leaping in, and Stown shredding them. Bomb down, and Stown has stepped up again here for Astralis. They should be able to grab this one into series point.
He's done it again. Stown delivering the closing performances, it seems, for Astralis, and there's Yabby on his flank. All set up by the secret hold. Astralis hit 12 in emphatic fashion. Unless Siren can piece together this 1v3, he's got time, he's got the bomb. Problem is they know he's been trapped in secret. They know everywhere he can go and all the timings for it.
Stair just jump spotting as well, not putting himself in harm's way.
And as soon as he spots something, he's going to drop a Molotov and back off. So it's like there's a few more seconds that just get burned off the clock.
Yeah, now it's time for Astralis to adjust their defenses. Siren checks the vent, realizes the only option left available to him is to go to decon. Stair might be able to just win this on his own, but he's a very disciplined player in this spot. He's just going to hide, shrouded in the darkness. Hooksy running down the vent. Siren peeks into the open, and as soon as he does so, it is Stair to close it. Stown started them off, and Astralis now at 12 rounds to 8. Yep. You know, he's cooled off, but everybody else has had a moment.
And BoomH has just called an upper bust for this final round, potentially the final round. BoomH going to try and wrap himself into the smoke and into Mini, along with Magnayez.
At 2 AK-47s, a MAC-10 and 2 Tech-9s for BetBoom to try and break through the defenses. They know what's coming at them. It's Yabby on the first. Hooksy gets nothing from the back of the site. Stares at heaven. He's going to drop some utility down into the bomb site. Device moving in now. Magnayez caught. Here's goes Stown. Astralis not clicking just yet. They're in a 3v2. They've actually lost the player advantage in this situation.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, at the moment, they're just waiting out this smoke, which is going to fade. Bomb is being planted at the upper bomb site, so Astralis is close by and ready to party, but this is going to be tough to get out of.
Strangely, no kit on Device or Stair right now as well, nor any utilities, so this retake becomes very difficult for Astralis to pull off. It's very likely BetBoom extend play here.
Someone's got to hold Axile in position.
Well, they're going to check our front. Oh, big clearance. Axel goes into the open. There's the peek for the back of the site. Oh, we've done it! Astralis just won it in the retake. A 2v3 to go into the grand finals. And with Hooksy returning to the roster, returning to Tier 1 play, it's back-to-back grand finals. An incredible run from Astralis.